Hello, and welcome to the next episode of the Digital Quill Podcast. This is episode 9. Wow, can you believe it? We already have 9 episodes. I guess that's what happens when you do this twice a week, almost twice a week, kind of twice a week, maybe twice a week. Who knows? Anyway, hi there. Hello. Welcome to episode 9 of the Digital Quill Podcast with your host, Mars Wilson. I am me, she is she. Hello. Hello. How are you doing today? I ask that with sincerity. If you are on YouTube, Spotify, Substack, well, actually, probably not Substack, but anywhere, how are you today? Go ahead and answer us in the comments below, and I will be returning all comments. I should add an asterisk to that because if some comments are inappropriate, I will probably be flagging them. I will return most comments. I don't like dealing in absolutes. So, what is going on today in episode 9? Why are we recording today? Well, I'll tell you. I mean, isn't that what the point of this is? Is me telling you things over and over again until it's embedded into your brain like a link on some website somewhere? I don't know. I'm still figuring things out, slowly but surely, as time moves on. I hope you are too. Learning is interesting, I guess. Stay curious, as they say. I am not sure that I'm going to write anything today. I keep thinking about different articles. I have a lot of ideas for blogs and articles. I even have some that I have queued up ready to be posted, but I just don't feel like it. I hardly feel like doing this, but I realize that if I don't do something this week for the blog or the podcast, I'm going to feel like a total and utter failure, more than I normally do, more than I've been feeling like lately. Living with ADHD and autism is a wonderful thing. I would totally wish this upon my worst enemy. I wouldn't, actually. I would not. I know one of the sayings is different strokes for different folks, and I also know that just through experience, we're all on our own little individual paths. Even though things are similar, not quite the same, we're all on our own little paths with our own little experiences, and I'm over it. Yeah, I'm fucking over it. Okay, I am so fucking over it. I'm tired, man. Okay, I am tired. And as much as I would love to come on here and go on my TikTok and all of the other things that I do and be like, keep going, humans of Earth. We've got this. Positivity and all of that other stuff. I also need to let you know that yes, sometimes it doesn't work like that. Sometimes it isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Sometimes you are going to struggle. So, what are you going to do when you struggle? There's a lot of things you could do, and it's going to be a different answer for you. For me, mine is to talk about it loudly, over and over and over again until I'm feeling better. So, I'm going to do that loudly, over and over and over again. And no, before you ask, this is not a video episode today. This is probably going to be a short episode. I'm probably only going to get 20 minutes into this before I realize, damn, I really just don't want to do this. But I have to because the future version of me wants me to do this. And if I don't appease the future version of me, there might not be a future version of me. Sounds dark, doesn't it? Yeah, well, buckle up, fucking buttercup. Sometimes things are dark. Sometimes your lantern goes out. Sometimes you're trapped in the darkness and you don't know what to fucking do. So you just keep going. And maybe, just maybe, you're tired of going, so you stop a minute. And that's okay. You just stop a minute and you rest. You look around at all the other people or the other things, and I do mean things, in the darkness. And as you're lighting a joint or writing in your journal, Maybe you're sipping on a fucking Bacardi, whatever the hell a Bacardi is. It might be a car. Is that a car? I don't know. I don't drink, okay? That's one thing I definitely don't do is I don't drink. Good for you if you do. Go ahead, I guess. I have opinions on that, but I'll keep them to myself. So you're sitting there in the darkness and you're looking around. There may not be much to see, but you've been there long enough that your eyes have adjusted. And you realize you have made a lot of progress. It's nowhere near the mountain that you have to climb still. You're still kind of climbing, but climbing's okay. Didn't they ever tell you it's about the journey, not the destination? Well, the more I worry about the destination, the less I pay attention to the journey in front of me. So, then what? Maybe there is something to it's about the destination. Or, excuse me, maybe there is something to it's about the journey, not the destination after all. It's about the people you meet along the way, the lessons you learn, the experiences you've had, the things you've tried and failed at, the things you tried and succeeded at. We're all chasing some invisible wealth. Money, friends, power, status. But really, the true wealth is already within us. So, yeah, you're sitting there in the darkness and your eyes have adjusted and you're looking around at some of the things and you look at the mountain you still have to climb and you're still trapped in the darkness and you're wondering, am I ever going to climb that fucking mountain? Am I ever going to get out of here? Maybe you're not on foot. Maybe you're on a train. Maybe you're on a train and it's really dark and you're in a really, really long tunnel. Maybe your train car has no windows. Maybe there's only one. Resting is okay. Stopping to rest is okay. Closing your eyes for a little bit. But then you gotta get back up at some point. You gotta get back up and you gotta keep going. Or maybe you don't. But if you want to keep going, if you want out of that darkness, if you want to see the light again, if you want to feel the sun on your skin, the warmth of the rays, you want to see someone smile again, you stick around and you keep going. I have attempted to take my life 3 times in my life. The first time I was 12 years old and I knew what I was doing. I knew full well the gravity of what no longer being here meant. So why haven't I? Again, not since I was in high school. Why have I only thought of it and not tried it again? Well, one, this is a joke that has carried over for the last 10-something years. But I must be indestructible. If I try to kill myself again, try to do that whole fucking thing, it's not gonna happen. Because the 3 times should have effectively, scientifically, mathematically, logically expired me. But nope, I'm still here. Why? I have no fucking idea. The amount of planning and research I put into it, I was flabbergasted. Like, what the fuck do you mean I'm still here? Oh yeah, I've thought about it. I've put a lot of thought into it. And as I said, the running joke is I must be indestructible. I don't actually believe that. I know of for sure ways, and maybe those actually wouldn't even work. Who knows? I've thought about that too. Like, for sure ways. But after reading some stories of people who survive some of the ways I've thought of that would be for sure, I was like, oh, maybe not. And if I end up indestructible, I don't want to test that luck or that theory, because if I am indestructible, like fucking invincible or some shit, then damn, am I gonna be disappointed. And also, the fuck you mean I now have to live like this? I don't know. The other reason is people. And yeah, I know sometimes I'm like, I'm so lonely. I feel so alone. Blah, 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 blah. Where's my family? Where's my home? Please. I sound pathetic sometimes when I do that. I know. That's just the brain. The brain can do weird, terrible, awful, amazing things. And I'm still here because of people. And because I don't believe I'm indestructible, but also because of people. And to be honest, I gave myself a timeline of when I'd try again. I reached that timeline. And I decided not to try again. I decided to extend it, actually. I decided to extend it a little bit longer just to see. Just to stick around, fuck around, and find out and see. Because I became curious again. As I said in my letter the other day for the digital quill, as I said in my letter the other day for the unsealed community, I was talking about it on my digital quill TikTok and other stuff. But anyway, I still want to leave. I still so badly want to expire and just not be here, not exist anymore, just disappear, just fade into oblivion and not have to worry or deal with any of it. Not my PTSD, not my CPTSD, not my ADHD, not my fetal alcohol syndrome, not my autism, not my depression, not my grief, not the dying belief that I'll ever be a mother or a wife. That I'll get to travel the world. But the thing is I'm curious. One, I have a lot of people now from watching online that I want to see how things play out for them. There's a lot of people I want to see good things happen to, just because I doom scroll. Fucking doom scrolling. There are a lot of personal friends I want to see good things for, and I won't get to if I cease to exist. Actually, that's debatable, but I don't want to take my chances on not getting to see my friends flourish. I have friends I want to see them write their first book. I have friends I want to see them release their first album. I have friends I want to see their kids go off and go to college and get married themselves. Can't do that. Can't see any of that if I'm dead, gone, expired, not here because I decided I didn't want to be for some fucking reason. I have a lot of reasons for not wanting to be here, but I also have reasons that I do want to be here. Even when it's really, really fucking hard. And sometimes it is. Sometimes I fight battles I don't talk about with anybody. Because what is the point of screaming until your face is blue that you are unhappy? Everyone knows already. They can see it written on your face and in the fact that you don't do the shit you used to love doing anymore. People know. Or maybe they don't because they're unhappy themselves. And that's okay too. That's part of the human condition. It's a beautiful and tragic thing to be human. absolute tragic beauty. Life is not all rainbows and roses and happy moments and joy and love. If it was only those things, would we really know what those things are? Would we be able to appreciate and love and see, understand those things if the opposites of them didn't exist? I hate I hate that we have to have any level of negativity. Any of it. But there would not be any yin and yang. Any good, bad. If there wasn't a little bit of negativity. Duality, polarity. They say there are two sides to a coin, but really there are three. You have the heads, you have the tails, and you have the line that connects the two. And if you look at the yin and yang symbol, very much the same thing. You have the negative, you have the positive, and you have the lines connecting the two. And what is in the center of each? It is a beautiful, tragic, chaotic, calm circle of life. So, yes, this is a long-winded way of saying I am struggling so fucking much right now. I have thought of ways of reaching out and being like, hey, can I have a conversation? And I know I've had friends lately who've seen me struggling, who've reached out and said, you can talk to me about whatever, whenever. Like, I'm here for you. And I've said the same things. And I want to let you know, if you're listening to this, thank you. I appreciate you. I didn't survive 3 attempts. Decide that I was going to stick around for other people. Not for me, for other people. Just to not end up being okay one day. It took a lot of people to get us to where we are today. A lot of people from all over the world. From the bottom of South America to the furthest east or west you can get. And I want to see more people. Shake their hands. Give them a hug. Congratulate them on their first house, their new baby, their first marriage. Life is crazy. Absolutely insane, bonkers, fucking batshit, quadruple shit crazy. But it's worth it to get to experience it with all of you. And I hope that by watching my struggles, maybe you are entertained. Maybe you hate me so fucking much and you love that I'm struggling. Good. Good. Be sure to stick around to watch me struggle more. But I hope if you are watching this, I hope if you see my struggles, I hope that it offers some semblance of being seen, of feeling heard. If any, and I do mean if any of this episode resonated with you, I implore you, look up a couple of bands. The first one being called Citizen Soldier. The second one is actually an Arizona resident, and a lot of the raps mean a lot to me. I connected a lot with them when I was really down, so far down, about 4 or 5 years ago. First two are the first one, Citizen Soldier. The second artist you want to look up if you have resonated with this video, or excuse me, this episode at all, is Sick World. That is SIK World. I will link them in the descriptions. It's no secret I spend a lot of time online, and for those who really know me, they know what my social media looks like. They know what I do doom scroll over, and it's not always funny videos and memes. Sometimes it's psychology, which is probably not always healthy for me, I'll admit. Sometimes I need to put the psychology aside and the social constructs aside and just doom scroll with brain rot every now and again. But one of the things that I've read that stuck with me, that actually stuck with me, is that one, there's beauty in the hurting. And two, I want every single fucking person on this planet, this universe, this time zone, this everything. I want every single fucking person to heal as loud as possible. If you are in pain, let out a war cry. If you are hurting, do not stop those tears from falling. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Do not swallow your fucking emotions one more second of your life. And I know that's rich advice coming from me, master of swallowing their emotions sometimes. Well, not really master of swallowing their emotions, but there's a lot of emotions I swallow that I'll end up paying for one day. Maybe not. Heal loudly. None of us ever got anywhere on our own entirely, even if we are all telling our own story. Tell it to other people, don't hold it in. Censorship is fucking evil, and you will not change my mind. Don't censor your emotions. Don't do that to yourself. Learn to work through them. Give yourself a little bit of grace, a little bit of room. Forgive yourself for your mistakes because you're going to make more. That's just part of being human. If you're not making mistakes, if you're not learning and changing a little bit here and there, what are you doing? Are you living or are you stuck? I've had to ask myself that a few times too. I've been surprised at the amount of times strangers will hear me out. Mostly in person over digital messaging and stuff. But if you really feel like you have no one, then go out to a public space. People watch for a little while. Get a feel, get a sense. Maybe someone sits down next to you at a public bench. Strike up a conversation. Say, hey, hi, how's it going? Nice to meet you. You don't even have to give them your name. You'd be surprised how often people don't mind it if you just start talking. I know it's scary. I know eye contact is hard. You don't even need to look at them. Just talk. People are really good at talking. Now, When I say really good, I don't mean like Harvard exceptionals or anything, but you know what I mean. And if someone is having a hard time and they're talking to you and you don't have the space for it, that's okay. Let them know. Or don't. Whatever you do is up to you. But the one thing that I will never, ever, ever stop believing in, no matter what, is that we need each other. We do. People need people. Humans need other humans. All types of other humans. Don't heal quietly. Don't lock yourself down. Lock in, but don't lock yourself down before you give yourself a chance to fly. I don't want to hear I'm too old, too broken, too sad, too whatever. Because I've said those exact same fucking excuses. I believe in you. I'm proud of you for getting this far. It takes a lot to get this far. If you are here right fucking now, give yourself a goddamn hug. Apparently we need 8 to 12 of those a day for healing or something, or nervous system regulation, which makes sense if you think about how humans are developed. Thank you for tuning into this episode today. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for being a human or creature or whatever. Thank you for listening. Thank you for reaching out. Thank you for trying and staying curious. This is Mars Wilson. This is the Digital Quill. And no, I'm not writing a blog today. This is all I'm doing. And then I'm going to go do some self-care with a video game update and also chores and also work and also other stuff. But the one thing for sure is self-care with video game update. Roots of Pacha. Woo woo. Anyway, thank you. I'm sorry today's episode was a downer. There will be a warning in the description and maybe the title. Yeah, I should probably put a warning in the title just because. But thank you for listening to it nonetheless. You are special. And I don't mean the kind of special where you got told that because you have like special needs or whatever. I mean, right now, 8 billion fucking people on this planet. Year 2025. It is April 2025, guys. We're in the 21st century. And we have flying cars now and send pop stars into space. And we have fast food joints who are savage. Try telling someone who lived in 1920s about any of this stuff. Or hell, even the 1940s. If someone was like 85 in 1940, ew, could you imagine? Ah. I'm sorry for today's episode being a downer, but hopefully that part entertained you. Yes, that's a word now. Entertained. I can't English. I'm tired. We never got anywhere entirely cool entirely on our own. Or excuse me, we never got anywhere cool entirely on our own. On our own. Oh my god, guys. Why? Sorry. I'm sorry. Now thinking about the stuff I need to do, so my brain is running a mile a minute. Or a mile a minute? Is that the right saying? Anyway. I swear to God, if I say that other word again. None of us got anywhere cool entirely on our own. It takes a team, it takes a village, it takes another person. It sometimes takes 2 sets of people. Maybe even 10, 15, 20, 30. How many different types of personalities are there? In that weird Myers-Briggs personality type. I think it takes about that many and then like 5 in each category. I'm kidding. The math doesn't math on that, but it takes a village. It takes a village. And I know life is hard. And I'm proud of you for continuing. With that being said, keep going, humans of Earth. I do believe we've got this.